Hello and welcome. How are we all? Let me just change that. So we should be good. Good. Right, that was a nightmare. The whole thing crashed. Let's reset up another one. So there's like a 13 second live with me just going, hello, anybody? Right, how are we? How is everything? How are we all? Hopefully that hasn't put too many people off or going well. So plan of attack is normal. Go through all the Halloween videos. There is a lot of them to go through, as I have been doing uploads every single day for obviously the Halloween brick or treat event at Windsor and Billund. Saturday how are we, dude? Is it all working all right? Because it was a bit of a nightmare. It crashed, so hopefully it's going again, fingers crossed. But is it all tickety boo? But yeah, just saying that we're going to do go over all the videos from the theme parks and then kind of attack the actual city with the Punisher. And I've got plenty of new bits to go through. It just had a green screen. It wouldn't pick up any of the cameras, so I had to turn everything off and reset it all. But the simple on off, that was all good. So simple on and off, and we're good. We're live. So that is the main thing. No more drama. Hopefully this evening. Hopefully we got it out the way in the first 30 seconds. Right, Saturday, anything you would like to know? And also I want your opinion on what park has your fancy at the moment. Are you Team Billund or are you Team Windsor? And don't forget, because it is now 20 past, so I'm 4 minutes late, which is slightly annoying. The new part 2 goes live from Billund this evening for their Halloween tour. And obviously, there's part 3 and part 4. And you've got something special to come at the weekend. And then next week, it's all the Miniland stuff. So there's a Miniland battle between the two, which I'm still not 100% sure what I think of it, to be honest. I know one of them's absolutely amazing, but I'm not 100% sold on the other one. I don't know if it was good because it was really hard to find, or there just wasn't enough of it. I still haven't quite got my head around that now. So I'm gonna have to just retype this back up because I did have something saved and ready to go. Or battle of the parks continues. Do you think is winning? Short something along those lines. And then also doing the got the Punisher stuff to go. So Saturday I've got a load of bricks for walls. I've got a bit of roofing in there, and then in another tub I've got a load of shrubbery plants. I've got some orange flamey effects, and I've also got some, as you can see, the bigger pieces in there. I've got some windows as well, so we can really attack that as well. We'll carry on this evening. Beautiful. Right, there we go. Anybody that's reading that back, it's annoying. They had it all set. Yeah, I got some little shrubbery, some plants, some weeds and things, and obviously we've got the texture for the water, which we'll get to. So yeah, there's some good stuff from that. So first thing first, I need to apologise obviously about the Windsor videos. So hopefully the audio is coming through properly. I got some stick for that. It was not what I was expecting it to be. The microphone on the top, I thought it was a full surround mic, and it had the big wind muff on top. And then when I took its sock off, the mic was right at the end, right at the end. Hence why it picked up everything, and it was really annoying with the wind as well. So I did my best to actually save the audio, because I got back obviously. I know your heart bleeds, but I got back from Billund at 3 o'clock Monday morning. Did the live with you guys last Monday, then went straight up to Windsor on Tuesday morning. Absolutely buzzing with chocolate and load of Monster. I'm going to attack this. Luckily, I did the Miniland stuff first, and that did actually come across okay. And then literally copied and pasted the files over, hit play, and I was like, oh no. Oh no, what is this? But yeah, lesson learned. It won't be used unless I can find a 360-degree mic, because didn't quite go to plan, that one. But yeah, it's so first thing first, I apologize to all of you that have actually put up with that video, and it wasn't meant as a deterrent to not make you watch the videos and make Billund come across any better. It is a proper battle of the parks, and I was actually more organised at Windsor, because I knew exactly how to put the videos together, because I copied the same template as Billund. So I knew Billund was split into 4 zones, which it needed to be, because to be honest, I didn't actually think there would be anything there. I've been to the Windsor one before. I know they had the heads at the top, and they had some 1 or 2 bits and pieces, and I know the Enchanted Forest was nicely done. And I actually remember speaking to Lizzie last year, and they missed the Enchanted Forest. They missed the Enchanted Forest completely, because of where it's tucked away. So it was still really quiet, but it did have quite a lot of good stuff there. But yeah, when I got to Billund, I thought, it would just be the same thing. I can go in there, get the Miniland done, and I can go around the rides and just enjoy myself. But my good grief, did they have a lot of display stuff there. And every single thing that you look at, there was something hidden different in there. So there was spiders in the one, and there was this in the other, and there was skeletons in the other, and it was just relentless amount of stuff that they had in there. So that's why, annoyingly, you couldn't hear me at Windsor, because I was more organised at Windsor, because I knew I had an exact template ready to rock and roll with it, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, it wasn't fun. Sorry, exactly. I wasn't ignoring you. I just wanted to get that long wafted apology out of the way. Yeah, got the basically like the olive brickwork that you get on the modulars. So we can make a nice scene with that, and then yeah, it needs a 360 mic. I need to look into it. Well, things the wind muff that I've got on top of the camera anyway works fine. But I just thought it would just be better quality than what I had, because I've seen people use it, and they had the standard wind muff in it, and it comes across really well. And as you've noticed in any of the videos that I've done so far, there's never been any wind noise or any wind trouble or anything. And then yeah, it just happened to be on the windiest day I've ever filmed, and the sock just wasn't liking. I think it was just too overpowering as well for the park. And I said it a couple of times, the music there is really loud compared to Billund. So Billund's just there as like a background noise, so it creates a nice atmosphere. As I do think Windsor's a little bit overpowering, and it's quite difficult where the parks are literally side by side like that. They've got a speaker facing one way and a speaker facing the other. It goes against itself, because each land has its own music, but they do it their own ways, don't they? But yeah, I'll look into a 360 directional, or I just get one of those little clip-on things. So I've got the jack point and everything into the camera, so that'll be okay. But yeah, it was a bit of a schoolboy error. And on a positive though, because obviously Windsor was an absolute nightmare with the audio, I took the GoPro that I'm using this as a webcam, and the quality of footage came out amazingly well for some of the bits and pieces, and the sound was actually okay as well. So Anthony, how are we, sir? How was everything to you? But yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare, because it worked really well in regards to structure and layout, and how everything was going to go and get attacked and everything else like that. And then it just at least the introduction was just the worst part, and then as you go further on into the park, it does get a little bit better, and then the Enchanted Forest is okay. Yeah, the clip-on might be a little bit better, because obviously that way it would just go straight through, and it'll be all right. Because you can get those little circular windy things, can't you? So that should work all right. But yeah, that was a bit of a it wasn't ideal, but the GoPro was a massive success, and the picture quality was cracking on it. Obviously, you can't zoom in and out on the GoPro, but where I took it and what I did, and the stuff that you're now going to see because of it in Billund, means it meant I could actually motor through some of their big parks without taking an hour to get from one side to another. So next time what I could do is I could use that GoPro walking from the airport, for example, to the front door of the Lego house, and just torpedo through, and it doesn't shake. And I've got the little grab handle for it as well. So I took that as a test at Billund, so that was nice and successful. And then I tried the mic, and it was a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, the picture quality, I was actually really happy how it came out for these two. So I changed the settings ever so slightly. So I now know exactly what it is to be. I just can't film in 4K because it crops it to my face like that. That's the only thing with that handheld camera. The lens isn't wide enough. I mean, this is actually now what you're seeing is set to narrow, and if I set it to wide, you basically see the whole back wall. How are we, King? How did you enjoy your weekend, buddy, at the show? Did you get all your bits and pieces done? But yeah, the picture quality came through fine for the GoPro, which hasn't been used yet. So I'm now filming that in 4K, which is cracking. The audio actually worked, which is brilliant, because I start to watch that back going, I don't say I was 2 for 2 with messing up the audio, but that worked okay. And when we get into the Miniland stuff at Windsor, it's fine. But luckily there is only 9 videos in that. There's 9 videos from Windsor. That is a little bit muffly, shall we say, to put it politely. And then it's okay. And I'm sorting out the Christmas shows as well, so that should be good. And then I can get back to Windsor for Christmas, because I really think Windsor at Christmas is a bit not as, I wouldn't say it's as strong, but it's up there with how Billund set their Halloween up. Mandy, you snuck in. How are we? How is everybody? So, Mandy, just going over the videos, I've just still apologising after the last 11 minutes of poor audio quality. But on a positive, I've got these bricks and some roofing at the top for the Punisher, and got all of these bits as well. I'm glad you asked that, actually, Saturday, because that was the next thing that I was going to say. So, with regards to playlists and stuff, so we can already watch all parts from each park straight through. Well, it will be, yeah. So they're not already uploaded, but they're already filmed and ready to be scheduled. So every single day, you're going to get a alternating video. And if you actually go into the playlist bits that I've done so far, you'll have a Brickle treat from Windsor, a Brickle treat from Billund, and then everything that's already been uploaded into those 2 playlists are also in the Battle of the Parks Brickle treat, like Halloween playlist or something along those lines that I've called it. And it means you literally will watch the introduction from Windsor, introduction from Billund, part 1 from Windsor, part 1 from Billund, part 2, part 3, part 3. So you could just hit play all, and also go from bottom to top, and then it would just alternate between Windsor, Billund, Windsor, Billund, Windsor, Billund. So each video is in 2 playlists. So you can either watch all of Windsor back to back, and then all of Billund back to back, or you can watch them alternating. But the Miniland videos are good to go. But I've got to get through the other parts first. So you've got 4 parts of each for the parks. And like I said, bear with it for the Windsor one, because the audio does get better, honest. And as all of you that are in this chat currently, so hello everybody that's in there. Thank you to who's liked the video as well, because that always helps massively with everything. Yes, with the Miniland, you have 4 parts from each park, and there is full of games. So Billund is absolutely ramsacked of stuff, and then Windsor actually has a tick list that we have to try and go through and hunt down each little bit of thing in the Miniland. So it's a lot of spooky stuff in the playlists, but it will all 16 parts will be uploaded by week tomorrow, possibly. No, 2 weeks tomorrow. 2 weeks tomorrow. So the weekend coming, you've got some cool special stuff, and then you're just going to have a full week of Miniland stuff, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you in the chat will enjoy that, because it's something that you guys enjoy. I saw some of your video, Anthony, but I did it through your bio, so I couldn't like it. I need to go through my actual thing and like it. If you hold, because you obviously filmed it like that, didn't you? If you use your camera but film it like that, what it will do, it will upload it onto YouTube without the crop. So in case it ever happens again. Right, let's go through. Let's go back through. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So, Lego student, good evening. Lego King has had a great weekend at the Milking Show, which is fantastic. Right, guys. Before I carry on reading all your comments, Saturday Ave. In fact, I didn't even read Saturday Ave stuff. He was telling me about. I was too busy apologising. So Saturday Ave says he's Team Billund, but Windsor is very scenic in its own way. So I think that's. It sounds like it's sat on the fence on that one. But Anthony and Mandy and anybody else that's in the chat, who do you think is what? With regards to parks and things. And then let me go through. So Anthony's okay. Mandy says good evening. Playlists have gone through. Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it, Anthony. It's one of those, isn't it? You get so much reflective of everything. It's just an absolute. It is what it is. At least at the end of the day, you could see it clear enough, and it worked fine. It's a bit of content for people to watch. It looks the part. So don't stress yourself. It's all good. So what ideas did that give you, Mr. King? You get that now, Anthony. Happy days. What day is your birthday, Mandy? 9th of November? Yeah. To be honest, Mandy, I'm pretty sure by the time you watch both part twos, I think you will be Team Billund, to be honest. I can't believe the poll was as close as what it was for Windsor. Part one, I think did all right because I managed to get on the boat and just film something slightly different. Because what's been uploaded since last week? The Haunted House went uploaded as a test run. That was done on the Tuesday, but what kicked everything off, wasn't it? It all kicked off from Wednesday. So we had both introduction videos, and then we've had part one of each, and then part two of Billund will go live in 10 minutes. So the I would honestly imagine you would prefer Windsor, and because part one, for a start, having all that red water was just insane. So how they managed to do all of that and get everything together it looks so effective. But you're allowed not to watch them, Andy. Don't worry. Don't you panic. It's all good. You can just watch them. You can watch them when you can, and you can just attack them from there. But so going. They're nice and simple to follow. We cover the playlists. The red effect was really, really good. To be fair, if I was to recommend going to one of the Brickle Treats, and if I do it next year, I think what I'll do is I'll put Germany against Billund, because Germany and Billund both aren't open for Christmas. I think Windsor's going to be very, very pretty at Christmas, and I'd like to think they have a big Christmas game, because I've been there before and I've been given a book. And what I am very tempted to do is stay over in the hotel the night before and film it all in there, because it's relatively cheap for that time, whereas it's £500 more expensive in the summer. If not, I'm just going to get there and film it all. So I think Billund's going to redeem itself at Christmas, because I know they've got a lot of Christmas trees, and I know they've got a lot of lights and all that sort of stuff. So that's all good, tasty stuff. But I think if I was to recommend you go if you're going to travel equal distance, I would say get to Billund. But yeah, it's I would say to anybody. Someone got a raise request of 25 pounds. Did a lot of displays get knocked over, Mr. King? will you treat yourself to anything though, Mandy? That's the king. Will you get yourself anything, or is it going to be very much a case of you just going there to look? Because does the Lego store in Amsterdam have the builder, the minifig builder? Right, so let's show you these parts. So in here I have got orange flames, Anthony, as requested, and then I've got brown and red circular discs, and then I've got the lily leaves, and I've actually got the old school 3-pronged flowers, which I can add into the foresty bit. So we'll crack on with that in a little bit. And then we have to get on with the Punisher bit, which we're doing about 20 minutes, I think, because people start rocking up about 7 o'clock onwards, don't they? So we have all of those to get through. So there'll be plenty of building as always. So, as this is a transaction from the theme park stuff, obviously any questions, guys, if you're watching this back, let me know in the comments below what questions you've got. If you need any help with travel, accommodation, all that sort of stuff, price of everything, just drop me a message below and I'll help you best as possible. These guys in the chat, I think, have pretty much caught up with all the videos anyway. So I do believe it's time to talk about what new sets are going to be coming out and what is next on the list. So out the big 3 that are coming out on the 1st of November, what is top of the list? What do we think will be top of the list? What do you want? I'm just going back through. Yeah. So if you're going in November, Mandy, they should have the Christmas jumpers and things. You can make yourself a birthday figure as well, can't you, to celebrate the day. The big 3 that are all coming out on the 1st is the Titanic, the big UCS tumbler, and the Home Alone house. So anybody that's watching this back, what have you got in the last 7 days? And anybody that's in the chat, what have you bought and built in the last 7 days? And what, if any, if you were to put that list in order, how would you put it as 1, 2, 3? So would you have, if you were to buy all 3 of them, in what order would you want to buy them if you didn't have to worry about budget? Because but if you had to get, if you had no choice Saturday, how would you do it? Because I think a lot of people are jumping on that Home Alone set. Be interesting how many people re-buy the tumbler, because obviously it was a popular set. And obviously the Titanic is absolutely enormous. They're all big sets, aren't they? It's quite surprising they've done all 3 massive sets at the same time and not release any smaller stuff. Sort of like they've not mangled it up, but they are all big sets. Yeah, make sure you take some pics, Mandy, and you can send them over to us all. What days would you go? Yeah, see, I'm not too. So Saturday Av says if he had to, in big capital letters, because none of it's going to fit in his city. I think that's what he's trying to get at. Titanic first, Home Alone house second, Tumbler third. I don't know what order I'd do it in. I'm not too sure. I don't know. Between the 2 tumblers, I'd like the smaller one first, because I could add it into the city and make like a bit of a DC display, because I've got 2 tables. So obviously the table that you guys are sat on currently is completely empty. and then the table beside it is all the architecture sets, which I think won't be living. They'll be being moved. So I will have 2 tables available to do something a little bit crazy with. Obviously, this is turning into being a lot of fun, which we're not too far off from carrying on with. This is turning into be a lot of fun, but it would be quite nice either if I carried on with a Marvel theme and just had like a park. I was saying to JD that it would be nice to have individual sets from each of the Marvel films and just have their own little scene with like a little path. And then the next thing, and if you took an overhead shot, it looked like it would be a map. But the DC tumbler would obviously work on the road plates that I've got. So that would be good. But the Home Alone house, I really like the film, and the house actually does look really large. Mr. JD, the only problem with the Home Alone house for me, because obviously we've all got to be picky, is the tree house came with alternate coloured leaves, didn't it, for autumn and whatever else, and then people have put the snow leaves on. I just don't know. To me, it's just a Christmas set, which obviously it's meant to be, but I don't know if I could have that in the city as snow all the time. So not 100% sure. But Home Alone, I could put the Home Alone will fit in the city for scale, Mr. King. Yeah, I think it'll work, because by the looks of it, it's a bit like the height of the Diagonal Alley. So I would imagine it should fit. It should fit okay. But it's just the snow at the top and the snow at the front. So it will work. Probably, I don't know if it will work better with the Christmas displays that I've got, but then it would look out of proportion. I don't know. It's an odd one. I'm not 100% sure where I put it. So Jay, where did you get your thing at 6:15? At 6. Did you manage to get it? And we are talking about the big 3. If you had to buy one of the sets at the start of November, and you had no choice but to get them, but what order would you get them? Would you get either the Titanic, the Home Alone, or the Big Tumbler? And in what order would you do it? Number 1, 2, and 3. That is what we are after and wanting to know. Yeah, see the Sesame Street and things, they go well with each other, because obviously I think the Sesame, I haven't got it, but it'll go well with the Flintstones, and it goes well with the Winnie the Pooh. But obviously it's a big idea set. I was hoping, I think it must be, because the is bigger than the old fishing store, isn't it? And that was a Lego idea set, so it must be big enough to go into the city. Well done, dude. Mr. JD has got it. Happy days. Right, a couple of minutes and we'll start this Punisher thing. That new video should have gone live now, so hopefully it's not glitched this and it's all okay. So yeah, Jay, we're just talking about the amazing audio quality from Windsor, which I know you absolutely really appreciate that quality. But the I think, to be fair, the best bit, or what I was most surprised about, was actually the fact that it changed all the water to red, which I thought was really, really nice. I don't know if it's taller than a modular though, is it? I don't even know what base plate it's on, because I was assuming it was going to be like a base plate and a half if they were going to go full on like the assembly square. I know it's got the bit at the back, but yeah, I'm not, because obviously the Ghostbuster Firehouse is an awkward shape, so it might be a bit like that. But wow, we'll make it fit, won't we? If it's a base plate and a half, because I think it should be that big, really, because obviously it's a big house. We'll figure it out. Like Mandy said, you can get some bits and pieces, and it'll do. Says Liverpool run. Well, you did just get smashed 5-0 by Liverpool, so no wonder you're a bit sore about that. Why would the tumbler annoy you? Because it's just a collector's edition big scale, because that'll be in the same scale as the Bugatti and all the other UCS stuff. That's in its own range. That's a bit like your 12-inch or Hot Toys. Yeah, if it's a Ghostbuster size, we'll be all right. We'll be living the dream. That'll be all right. We'll worry about it if I ever get it. So that'll be the next thing. The next thing to do. Right. Do you guys have any questions about the rest of the theme park stuff, or is that all straightforward? Are we happy with it? And shall I start with the Punisher stuff? Okay, so it's slightly bigger than a standard modular, but smaller than that. Nah, that'd be all right. That'd be okay. Because I suppose if you've got the thing behind the back, what you'd have to do is you'd have to leave the other 0.25 and tile it so they could get around the back, and then have the thing beside it. So it would basically, you'd be able to fit it beside. Does that make sense? Too many different scales with Lego. How many different scales have you got in your toys? You got 6, 7, 8, 12 Hot Toys, Micro Machines, 3 3/4. All the minifigures are exactly the same scale, and that's it. You can't get the minifigures in anything else. Jay's just a little bit salty because Man United got beaten 5-0 yesterday. I don't even know what the Assembly Square's on. The Assembly Square. I don't even know what the Home Alone house is on. I don't even know the girth of it from the bottom, actually. And that as well, Mr. King. Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question. Does anybody know what the base of the Ghostbusters is? Is it just on a normal plate rather than an actual base plate? What is that Harry Potter giveaway? I saw somebody else say they've got to spend like $100 and something, and they were getting it. What is it? I've not been on to website to have a look. All right, I'm going to open up the stuff, and we can start attacking the Punisher stuff. Does that sound good to everybody? I've come up with a bit of an idea as well before I start. So, because there's a couple of you in the chat, and I'll do a post up on the stuff and everything else. I got these. I've got a couple of packs of these. It's a labelled House of the Brick thing from Billund. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little competition. And when the channel hits, the YouTube channel hits 100 followers, I'll do this as a giveaway. And all you've got to do to enter is probably just share the YouTube channel on your story, and then we can try and make it snowball like we do with the reels. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, so the Home Alone. Okay, fine. So it's just on a normal plate. That'd be all right. Not a base plate. All right, a bit of chocolate aero, and then I need to get this open. It should be good fun. Right. So I took Mr. J Toy Collections UK down to Bristol. He got nothing. He wanted some tiles. And I ended up coming away with the Punisher stuff. So I was happy. He obviously wasn't. But I've managed to pick up a load of the actual bricks. And Jay came up with the idea, not me, I can't take credit for this, about having some bricks and some more windows and then putting the roof across and then building up the other side. So before I start building the sort of tunnel / alleyway of the Punish having a wrestling match with everybody, where do we put him? Does he go where it's going to be built, or does it change ever so slightly? Because if I change the water the other way and bring it down, or what? How do you want to do it? How do you want to play it? Because I have the roof, obviously it'll be tiled. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6. It can be 6 studs wide, or it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 studs wide. And by absolute fluke, there's no tiles on the wall at all. It's awful, absolutely awful. Yeah, it was not very good at all. The bit that we've made already is actually 8 tiles already. So I could just use that. Yes, I can and I shall. Coming over now. That's my face. So we were going to have the Punisher stood like that, weren't we? If you remember, I started to add a little bit of water in, which looks nice and effective. It's got all the lumpy bumpy bits in, so that's perfect. So we were going to have the Punisher back here with the people facing him, and we weren't too sure how to do it. But I've managed to get some of these, which I was thinking of having over the top. And then in that one, I've got some tall windows, and between the windows, we could build up a little wall, so you could see in, have some bodies, build the wall to the roof clips on, next window. But yeah, that happens to be exactly perfect. So I can just take up the greys and put that over the top, and then put the walling in there. But that could be the plan of attack, if you guys think that works, because that is where we got to at the end of last week before my eyeballs were nearly falling out my face. So does that work for you guys? Does that suit? But yeah, there's 0 tiles, nothing. No tiles at all, which was not good. Let me know. Let me know. Because I'm tempted actually to put the zigzag the other way and just cut it round, and then round sort of that way. And then it gives us another pocket here. And then we've got this big space here. And obviously we've got the blade bit behind it. But we wanted all the effects, didn't we? All of these pieces dangling off the roof, which we still can do with the bit, and you can see it through the window. Does that suit everybody? Because I did ask for answers on a postcard last week, and none of those postcards have arrived. But JD stepped up to the plate, who looks like he's completely disappeared. There I am trying to big him up, and he's gone. Yeah, I'll do the roof bit first. But what do we think with regards to the Punisher bit? What do we think? Because does it work there? Which is a good idea. Jay came up with the idea. So Jay, you happy with that there? Or not? I asked Jay to get a tile off a base plate, and he couldn't do it. So he now knows how difficult it is to get the tiles off the base plates. So I will taken off a lid. So that's all the water. That's all the water up. I need to take the grey up, but before I build the Because I think we said we're going to make it the same width, won't we? I think so. We could almost have a double whammy where that actually isn't done now, and then we can have a bit of a mess. No, the walls go in forward. The walls are inside on, isn't it? Because the path's at an L. Yeah, he couldn't get them off. I got it off, no problem, but Jay couldn't get it off. But no, if the Punisher's going to be stood here, facing forward, we'll have the wall and the windows and everything just going across to say here, and then it will go down, and you'll just see other people walking down. Because you want as many splatter effects as possible, don't you? So I've just taken that up. I could bring that out ever so slightly. I just need to know if that is what you guys are after, because it's you that want as much splatterage as possible. So I want to try and there you go, Jay. You got some help in the comments for your jobby. Yeah, that's the point, Jay. Yeah, it'll be like an alley. That's the plan. But don't forget, we've got the big bits of window, haven't we? So you can still see through. So I'll put a window either side, so it's not going to block it off. That is the plan of attack. I need to take these up, because we're going to have a body in that water, won't we? I think that's what you guys wanted. I think with some blood splatter in there, put a bit of splatter in, so that'll be fine. But I know what you all wanted: stuff dangling off the ceiling, didn't you? So we will get to the dangling, because I think we might put this person's head might end up in that water with the splash if we can't get it stood up on the stick. Yeah, we will give it a go, see where we can get to. Yeah, what I don't know what the price of those are compared to the tiles, because obviously they're 6p, aren't they? Yeah, so Jay's got 12 base plates of stuff, and it's like 2,000 2x2s he needs. Yeah, it's the dark blue, Jay, you want, isn't it? It's like the royal. Hang on. You got the bright blue. It's the darker. It's that colour. That's the blue you want. And then it's the light and dark grey. So that's the closest blue, because I've got the other two blues here. That's too bright. And the other one is really, really bright, so that won't work at all. But yeah, load of light greys, dark greys, and a blue is the royal blue that he'll be after. That's the blue, yes indeed. Let's get the Punisher in the middle, shall we? All right, that's off and done. Let's see where we get to. Yeah, get on it, Jay. Get on it and have a look. How much splatter do we want on this ceiling? This is rammed, by the way. Absolutely ramsacked. I think what I'm going to do is just pour that. No worries, Mr. King. Don't you worry. Stuff your face. Food is allowed. So we are 100% sure that I'm going to start this, yeah? I guarantee it's going to change again. Right, so we managed, with Jay's idea, we got these up. So do I make it high like that? And then have the wall up either side? Or do we just have like one big viewing area with a little bit of brick either side? Because I can actually get... I can't get 3 of them in, so it will have to be staggered. Well, I am saying a disclaimer now. I am only doing what you guys suggest. So if that is the idea that you want, I am going to do it. If you think it'll work. If you think it'll work. But I have got plenty of these trans glass bits, which will be helpful. You should like that. Not going to be that easy, Mr. Dogwell. Not going to be that easy. Oh, sorry, Mandy. Yeah, Jay said the same thing. It's not going to be... I don't know. It might look nice because obviously I'm going to I'll tile the top of this a colour. So we've got the see-through bits on the side, and then I'll brick up. But am I going that high, or am I just doing the one? Because they are quite large, and I'm keeping it there. Yeah. Is it moving? I'll watch this back in time to come, and then people are going to be screaming at the computer, going, "Why? You know you're going to change it again." So yes, probably. Yeah, I guess I must do it the other. So something, obviously it's only just started, but it's something like that. Go all the way up to across the top, all the way up. I could just do one tier on here and add more brick there. Or do I do window or brick and then higher window, because obviously that way you can still see in, can't you? How are we thinking? Do I add brick here and go up so you can just see through, because you can see through to the blade bit from there. What do we reckon? How much stonage do we want? This is where you all go quiet, but I'm not taking responsibility. But where do I put the window? Do I put one up top and one at the bottom, so you can see the Punisher at the bottom and see some people in, and then put a window high up top so you can see all the blood coming from the top? So do we think that it should go window, stone, window, and then you can see the stuff coming down, and then that way all the way down that bit you'll be able to see all it, because you guys want a complete massacre, don't you? That's the plan. So I can add all the red bits dangling off. But you obviously, I need to put a window at the bottom so you can actually see where the Punisher is, because they didn't have any smaller windows. Otherwise, I could have used the thinner windows. But we'll and do I do window so you can see all the way through, or shall I do window to stone so you can't see through it? Would that look more effective? Would it look more effective if you couldn't see what's going on behind? Yeah, I could put the window on the brick. It'd only be one. Yeah, that would work. Well, let's see if we can see the Punisher, shall we? Because obviously, let's start from the bottom and work our way up. So if we had it, like that, we could have it like, put the Punisher in. It's all very exciting. Right. There we go. So about that. And then I can just brick up. And do you want all brick and then brick across the top? And do I brick the bottom and then window the top, so it's opposite? So you got one low, one high. Because I've got to try and get all the effects to dangle off this, because that's what you want, don't you? You want a complete and utter massacre in there. What I'll do is because it's easy enough to do, I'd do this side fully and see what it looks like, and then we can go from there. Oh, caught you. In we go. Right, good. Okay. Yeah, cool thing is, got this full thing of brick, so it can make it look quite effective, as long as we can see enough of it in there. But trial and error. We've definitely got enough glass, that's for sure. And then once we've done this bit, we can add all the water around it. So this is option A. And then he says why he's not actually done it. Oh, no. So option A is this. What do we think to option A? And then option B, because you guys want it too tall. Well, the only actually there's 3 ways of doing it really, because I could just put a window in the middle. It all depends on if you want to see the bodies on the floor or the effects on the roof, or a bit of both. Because I could potentially... Can I do that? This could work. We could bodge it. We like a bit of a bodge. Oh, it's going to be two. It was going to be 2 panes high, I think. And then add the roof across. That way you can actually get some nice photos. So hang on. I want to get the light in for. I want to get the light in for the pictures. Otherwise, it's not going to. Yeah, I think hopefully it will. But it's just the lighting, isn't it? Because when we put the roof over the top of it, it's the effect. Yes, I'm going to put a row of bricks on top of the windows. I'm doing it currently. Well, this is something that we can decide. I'm going to tile the roof and everything else, but it depends on if you like the look of this with it being double height. To be fair, Batman would probably work on top of that, but Jay won't allow it. It's Marvel only for this, apparently. Ooh, show you this side in a second, as you all wanted more brick, and then we can go. Oh, okay. Well, is this going to be allowed, Jay? Are we allowed to do a bit of a crossover on top of the roof? Well, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like with the light in, but because you guys wanted more brick, it might just give a bit more of a bricky effect. Whereas we could probably maybe just go 3 bricks over the 2 windows instead, then put the roof across. So, oh, good thinking. He can be the one. Does he have to be breathing? Could he be executed? So obviously that bit goes across the top, obviously. But what do we think of that? Is it too tall? Or does it work? Oh, my love for Hawkeye, yeah, absolutely. Get your votes in, because obviously what I can do is do that and just have the roof there instead. So you let me know if I take those two off, so you can sort of see it, and then just go all the way across. The window, they're amazing. Managed to pick up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 10 of them. Oh, joyful. It looks all right though, Jay. It does look good. So let's go. The windows are cracking. They are really, really good. Because obviously I can put some more windows down here and just mirror it. Because if you want it mirrored, it might be sort of like a half alleyway. So we go in, we reckon it's going to be that high then? That high? Or do you want it single brick? What height would you like it at? She's awful. I know he's your favourite character, but I think it's probably just because he's the actor, to be fair. What are we going for? 1 or 2? Well, yeah, he can be on the roof, but I thought you guys wanted the Punisher down at the bottom. You want 1 brick, yeah? Because that's just the random girl that's by the park bench. Because even Stan Lee is there. None of that's all been done yet, is it? He's useless, is who he is. So how many things do you want? 1 or 2? Jay says 1. So if you're saying that's too tall, I'll start taking that down anyway. Right, I'm just putting the first thing in now. Right, the first one is in, so you can let me know if it needs 2. Jay loves Hawkeye. Jay's Hawkeye's biggest fan. What does that look like? There you go. Go with hot dog. Is that all right? Does it need more? Does it need more height? I physically can't put them there, Jay, because the water's there. I can't put another wall in there. It doesn't need to be. It definitely does not need to be symmetrical. That's for sure, because it's gonna carry on going down the back. But are we happy with the height? Because obviously that'll go across the top. So it'll be like that. That work? Do you agree with Jay it needs some bricks here, or are we good? Yes or no? Does it need something there? Mr. J. Dodwell. Yes or no? What do we think? Without wall? With wall? Do you want a wall? Yeah, this is true, but then you've got to think of how they're getting from here to here, because if that goes there, which is fine, there's going to be a wall there, but there's going to be no wall on the other side. I mean, obviously, I'll have to rebuild all of that up. So if you looked above, do you want this whole L shape as this? We know it's going to look good. All right. We'll get it moved over. We'll sort the water out after. Yeah, we can easily tell this over. We can put some you can actually put some of the new plants and stuff over the top of it as well, which would be good. Right, that is in. Bish bash bosh. Boom. What do we think of that? The only thing is it's just off by a stud, Daniel. So if I did that, I would need some of these in a 1x1. Well, I've not done anything with this yet. And if you think it would look better, I can get those tiles up really, really quickly. But how I need to know from everybody when it's up exactly how you want it down. And do you just want it in a straight line? Do you want it in a straight line with no angle? What do you think? Do you want it at the back? Do you want it kept where it is? Or for a start, is that height fine? Because as long as you guys are happy with that height, then we're laughing, which is okay. If you want that at the back, I can put it at the back. That is not a problem. But I need to know the shape of how you want it. It wouldn't be drastic to put that in, to be fair, because it's kind of tiled there anyway. But if you want it at the back where the blade stuff is, do you want it going across and then down, and then do you want it as like a Z? That's a good call, Mandy, actually. And then we could have that way you can have the splatter going down the side of the building as well. Which is really annoying because, Jay, the things that we saw with the little nipple in, you could have put the studs on that. Do you want? Well, it's not a problem going at the back, but do you want it at the back as a Z? How do you want the shape? Do you want it as that? Do you want it straight, or do you want it coming in a Z shape? And like Mandy said, the blade stuff can go on top. If the blade stuff's going to go on top, should I make it wider? Do I make it, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do I make it 12 wide rather than 8, and I have them like that? Because I've got plenty, I picked up plenty of them, so I can make it wide enough to have a circle round blade-ish. But I need to know the width. I need dimensions. What do you want? What do you want? I'm going to have some aero. I'll let you discuss it in the comments of what it is you want. I'll fix it once you guys let me know what you want. We'll do that as a deal. I think it's all out of whack, to be honest. That set's been shown no love. It's not depending on what I'm building. It's what you guys want. Because originally it was going to be as an L shape. And now we've got like a two-tier battle going on, which is absolutely fine. But it depends if you want shape in it to break it up from being so blocky, or you just want it going across the very, very back from one side to another. So you would have the sand bit going straight across. That's if you want it right at the back. These plates are 1, 2, 3, they're 6x8. But I can have them. I was going to make it 8x6. That's what it was originally going to be. But I can do it now 12. So I can have it that wide. So that'd be the width of the roof. And then it can go. It would be so potentially 3 of them. 3 of them long. No, they're 6x8, these plates, dude. Yeah, 6x8. Six by 8, not 8x8. Count them. Count the studs. It's longer than it is wider. Definitely 6x8. It's a bit harsh. My face isn't square, so I'd have perfectly egg shaped. Because if we made it 12, if we made the roof, yeah, if we made the roof 12 wide, that would be the smack in the center of the walkthrough. Donut. There you go, Mr. King. What are you sorry about, sir? All good. That's the wall, but it's been moved, I think. So what they want is they want it at the back. But if you want the roof that wide, they can go at the back there, and then it'll go straight into that walkway. And then it will just go straight across to that scene. So you'd have that bit in the corner, that bit of the blade above, and the other bit below. So are we just saying a straight line? And you definitely want it there. Right, I will start. Let me know if you change your mind quickly, because I've got to take up all of those tiles up. And I've got to take all the water up as well. Right, blading have gone. These, I can get redone at top. What I can do is, if you wanted that sort of, no, I can't, because what I need really, Jay, is some clear ones of them, and have it so there's gaps, so it looks like he's shot through. Because I can't really, because they're only twos, I can't leave a gap. I don't know, Mr. King. I don't know what they've all got names, haven't they, for those? And I'm not 100% sure what the name is for them. Right at the back. Fine. Let's go again. Right at the back. Parker? What, the girl's name's Parker? Happy days. I didn't know, because, oh, hang on, I've got the box here. Yes, it is. You got Spencer the dog, Parker Jack, Mr. Branson, and the skeleton. And then Mamel, or whatever. Other freaky one. Good memory, Mr. Lego King. I had no idea what they were called, because they started to call all of their Lego City ones names, didn't they? I know we're only putting certain names in certain sets, but I don't know if they carry on with that, because the hidden side stuff didn't do that well. I don't know. Right, so what I'll do is I'll go from the back forward, because that should be easier. The windows at the back, do you want them exactly the same as the windows at the front? Yeah. Oh, he's dropped it. He's dropped it. Yeah, give me the names, Anthony. Give me the names. Wanna know. Mandy, what donut you getting? Donut. Oh, okay. I misread that, Joe. I thought you just wanted a straight line across with the... So where do you want the... I'm lost now. So you don't want that at the back. What do you want it all wall? Do you? Parker, Jack, Jennifer, Napo, and happy days. With a dab. Donut is gone. So, do you want where the windows are all brickwork? Is that what we want? I don't know which way you want the alleyway. Obviously, you want something across the back, but then do you want the alleyway, like, if that was the back, do you want the alleyway coming off it? So it's like, so use 2 black pieces. Is it that way, or do you want the alleyway in front? Brick builds, how are we? All good, thank you, sir. Not too bad. We are discussing how we are doing the Punisher scene. So everybody's floating ideas around currently, and it's hopefully going to be good. But I'm just trying to get exactly what Mandy and Jay are saying before I start to put a load of bricks down. How are we yourself, Mr. Brick Builds? Everything okay? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So all brick at the back. The all brickwork at the back, do you want, or did you want a window higher up? And Mandy, you happy with your roof display being 12 girth? I don't like the fact you've gone quiet, Jay. I don't like the fact you've gone quiet. You can't give me these ideas and then... I'm sugar happy. Well, it's either going to be 8 or 12. But if you want a display on top, I think we're going to have to go a little bit wider, don't we think? Oh, it's rubbish, dude. That's not good. You just have to... Just got to take it easy, ain't you? Not ideal. It hits you for 6, but you'll soon bounce back. You sleeping all right? I'm going to reread what Jay said because he's gone quiet. He said, could put a straight wall with windows at the very back so it looks like it's the side of an office building, then build a broken brick alleyway coming off it so it looks like the Punisher is shooting. But I don't know which way you want the alleyway. That's where I'm lost. Are we still having the alleyway going from left to right? What do we think? And how big a wall do we want at the back? I'm just going to take all these towels up because I am lost. I don't know. So I'll have to redo redo all the wall that. Yeah, fingers crossed, dude, you get better. It's how long have you been feeling under the weather for? Mandy, which way would you like the alleyway? Do you want it going from left to right? No, not good. Not good, brick builds. No, fingers crossed you feel better quickly. That's not fun for you at all. Not fun for you at all. Okay, so we're going right to left for the alleyway. Perfect. Same fascia as what we're going to design. That's not a problem. We're going to make it a little bit wider. Not a problem. But the bit at the back is the bit I don't understand. So I'm going to do it and you're going to change it. I can see it. I can see it happening. Oh. Start building the front up, I think, and then you guys can let me know how you want that. Want the back. Oh, we've been trying to figure out exactly what you want to do. The back wall, how do you want it? Because you said about a wall and an alleyway, and I didn't know if you wanted the alleyway going the same way. So how do you want the very, very back? Because I don't know, and it's going to change about 400 times. So did you want it like that, or did you want it more brick? Oh yeah, didn't he just confused the whole chat, then went quiet. So I've ripped everything. I actually thought he had gone. I've taken all of that up. This is completely up for debate. Saturday Ave. I am happy to do an L shape or a Z, any sort of shape, but I just need to know, because I'm going to work from back to front so I can reach. And I just need to know how, because Jay said something about an office building at the back and covering it, and then Anthony said about bricking the whole back up so you can only see the front. You want a Z? You want a Z? Should be easy enough to do the Z, because it would just be dosh, 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 dosh. And then all right, so why don't you guys vote now if you want? So everybody that voted as a straight, you now want a Z or an L? I'm going to let you guys argue, because Jay has put this confusion bomb in, and I've just ripped everything up. So Jay wants a T. So you're thinking back wall, alleyway facing forward, Jay, yeah? I was listening to your back wall, Anthony, but I just didn't know if everybody wanted the front wall to go parallel with the back wall or not. All right, so no matter what happens, everybody wants a back wall in with some windows, yeah? Jay is thinking of a T shape where he wants the bit across the back and then an alley at the front. We can do the alphabet. T shape would be fruity. You just got to think of where you want him to stand. And if you had the T-shape, then you could have a path going across the front maybe. But don't forget, I've now got water in the middle and I need to feed the water off and back out from somewhere. The T-shape might come to the water, so I would just the T-shape would probably just come to the water, I think. So as it stands, I've ripped all the tiles up for everybody, so they're all done. So I mean, if you wanted a T-shape, as we need to do the alphabet, you could do something like that. Also, you'd have the path in, so it would be, I'm guessing you guys for a T would want something like this. Is that the sort of shape you want? And then it'll give us 2 squares to do stuff with. Should I just put a T-shape in and then you guys can let me know what you think? I'll do the back. I've got like a, look at that. I've got one of the, definitely need a haircut. Check that out. There we go. I've gone for the old Lego, the Lego hair for Halloween. Killian, this is, you just argue with everybody. I've ripped everything up and now they're arguing over what shape to make it. It's quite entertaining, to be honest. We're learning the alphabet. C is for chocolate. Now we're making a Punisher alleyway, but we started to put the alleyway in and then everybody agreed that it would look better at the back. And then Mandy came up with a great idea about having it on top. And then now we're just trying to figure out how people want the alleyway. As simply as that. So you guys argue. I'll see what I can sort out. I'll see what I can sort out. Jinta, yo, how are we? Killian, yo. Everybody, hello. To be fair, I don't think as a team we would do very well as a at Squid Games, would we? We've gone from definitely want a straight line alleyway, and then now it's a T. So basically, Killian, what I've done is I've ripped up every single tile, which obviously is really fun to do, and we are tanking it now. I wouldn't even be stupid enough to take part, so you guys can take part in that. I would still be sat here changing this over. You guys would all be off playing, and I'll be, yeah, Hunger Games would work. I would win that. I'd just be sat there eating chocolate. Yeah, if it was only chocolate, I would be absolutely smashing the Hungry Games. That's for sure. That's going to be an interesting shape to make. Oh yeah, I would love to see you do the Running Man, Jay. I would love to see you run that far. Mate, what do you think of the 2 Parks engine? See, what if you had to go to either Windsor or Billund, where would you go to? Undecided. Sat on the fence. I know which one I prefer out of the 2. I know what I'd want. I know what I'd want. So this is actually a really difficult shape to make. I'm not gonna lie. I think I have to do one. So how is everybody been? Everybody been good? Saturday, I haven't got a clue. I'm trying to make a T shape. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. All I know is I'm ripping absolutely everything up. Everything. And I bet you we don't get anything done. Because I've got to take all the water up. Which is great fun. I'm just hoping that because I can obviously only go by a 6x8 thing. So we will see. Oh, that was just painful. That was Killian. I'm not a United fan at all. I would be embarrassed if I was a United fan. That was awful. Awful. Oh, hang on. I've missed loads. Jay's going to team with Arnie. Not going to happen. You'll get rejected by Mr. Arnie. That's not going to work. What did you make? What sandwich did you make? Daniel, tell me. Yeah, Gingy wants to know. What's the sandwich? Lego student's going to make a brownie. Doesn't make a difference, Jay, does it? It doesn't really matter what league we're in, because the amount of money that you guys have spent and getting absolutely smashed. Oh, it's funny. It's funny. That sounds far too fancy. Far too fancy. Right, before I start putting this T-shape in, for the 15th time, these are 6x8. Now, if we're doing a T-shape, we're not going to be able to do it 12 wide because it's massive. How big do you want the back of the tunnel to how girthy do you want the walkway? Mr. Colin, how are we? I just poked myself straight in the eye when I said that. My eyeball. Mr. J. Dolworth is making nachos and meatballs. Oh, God, that sounds good. Mandy, I can do a Z. I can L. You're missing carnage, Colin, is what you're missing. Absolute carnage. Yeah, part 56. In charge of making an alleyway, and we've gone from left to right to Z to... What did you have for your food, Colin? Tell me, as I have some mint aero. That's just normal ham and cheese from Aldi these days. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, Colin, I'm currently making a T shape. Well, trying to make a T shape. Very, very exciting. But if I very quickly add them. All right, that's your T. And if you want it bigger, I'm going to have to make it out more. So that's your shape. And that's your entrances. I'm guessing that's what you wanted, Jay. Cheeky Nando's. Never had one. Yeah, how's the ship in the bottle, Colin? What sense do you take up with you? Hang on. Black pudding, goat's cheese. Nice. Oh, chocolate fudge cake, absolutely. You, sir, are living the dream. Jay enjoys his food. What do we think? Yes or no? Obviously, the glass isn't in the right place, but that's the shape. Yeah, because I'm literally trying to get you a shape, because we can't decide on the shape. So if we're coming in from here, I then need to redesign all the path, because I've had to take up all the water just to fit the shape in. So is that the shape that you want? And I can start working from back to front, or are people not happy with it? Which I'll probably have to add in another one there. Oh, have that. Killian, please say something, because I've had to take all these tiles up and I'm not too sure how it's all going to go. All right, I'll build it. I'll build it and go from there. I'll actually put the wall. You missed it before, Killian. We had all walls and stuff, and then it was okay. And then with the roof, I'll put the blood splatter and all that sort of stuff on. That window edge is literally just there for shape. So give us a little bit. I can't put all 4 of those windows in anyway. So what I'll do, we'll figure it out. You guys keep entertaining yourselves. Well, I'm not too sure there's a plan, Killian, to be honest. It's very much been a case of do this shape, and then I've sort of been crying. Because obviously it's all been thought through with how the shape goes and affecting everything else that had already been done. But it is your designs. So we shall make it work. All right. That's the front of your alley, Jay, and everybody else. I'm actually going to stagger it, but that's going to be your shape, and then I'll put bricks up and over and under and up and over. But is that going to be wide enough for the front? Jay wants black pudding. Get it in you, Jay. Get it in you. Anthony's got me on the old McDonald's. Ginty's got me started thinking about the fudge brownie. Black pudding. Yeah, not my thing. Not my thing at all. Oh, is that your first time trying it, Colin, is it? Never. Shock horror. I've never given anything like that a go before. No, I've never done it. I've never tried anything like that. Not my cup of tea. That's a good thing about the chat saving. So when people watch it back, I don't have to read it all back out. It's out of my range for that. Ginty, I have no idea when it comes to that cool stuff. I am not skilled enough at all. Colin, basically what we had is we had a real nice display of a blade thing that everybody wanted where they wanted it. And then at the end of the live last, I said, we'll put this little alleyway in for the Punisher because everybody wants this blood effect and everything else. And then somehow I've ended up having to do that. And that's now what it looks like. So, from what I can gather, people want a T-shape alleyway. And then I can redesign all the water and everything from the front. So I'm just assuming I'm going to be doing it right, hopefully. Otherwise, it'll be binned. The idea will be binned. But I'm guessing 6 has to be wide enough because nobody said anything. So. But yeah, that's what we're trying to do, Colin. But it should look quite nice because the T shape when it's in means that we can actually have a Punisher alleyway scene at the bottom and a blade scene up top. I absolutely love it. You know I love doing that, Colin. Don't you worry, Ginty. Look. I'm on it. I am on it. We're all good. We're all good. But it should look effective enough. He says, hopefully. I just need to get all the effects done on the top after. And then we should be good to go, hopefully. He says. Tell you what, I'm going to absolutely stuff my face after this, I think, with you guys talking about this amount of food. Jay, did you get your black pudding? And if I might have missed it, Colin, but what did you end up taking with you or what you're currently building, shall I say? Cheese and chocolate. Oh, it's a good combination, that is, Mandy. Cheese and chocolate is the way. All right, Killian, we are going, honest. We are trying to make some sort of progress. He says. If I've actually put the T-shape in the right place, that is. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 6. That's what we want. 6 of those. Get that on there. Something is happening over here. Don't worry. You just can't see it. Please carry on talking amongst yourselves. I'm not too sure who the main culprit is for this, to be honest. I think you're all part of it. Good length. Jade enjoys a good bit of length. Shocking behaviour, Mr. Dogwell. Shocking behaviour. Yeah, going with what you wanted for it to be shot up, Jay. The problem is because obviously they're 2 tiles. The only way I could do it is if I actually have a tile sticking out the other way, which could be doable. So it looks like it's a bullet hole or 2's come through. So if you guys want me to do that, I can just pull them off after. I don't do spice at all, no. Somebody having had this delivered to me during the life. I'm quite happy with my Aero and chocolate. It's okay. Shipping a bottle. Oh God, Colin, sorry. You took your shipping a bottle and a couple of hanging Halloween sets. Sweet. Peanut butter and spring onions is a great combo for Mr. King. Like a good length. It didn't take long, did it? It didn't take long. Sausage in a bun. Would you eat chili in your chocolate? Definitely not. My eyeballs would end up coming out my face. I'd explode, Colin, to be honest. I would explode. Right, shape of alleyway. Killian, if you're still here and not crying, that is the outer shell. What do we think? No, I don't have sauce at all. No, nothing. And I'll mirror that on the other side. That look all right? No windows in the alley? What do you mean no window? How are you going to see what's inside the alleyway? I thought you guys wanted the Punisher in the alleyway with all the blood and everything in it. How am I supposed to? I am lost now. What part of the alleyway doesn't need any windows? Hang on, Joe, you've lost me. You've confused me beyond confusion now. What, you don't want windows there, or you don't want windows there? No, I don't think he is Saturday, to be honest. I think he's being deadly serious, but I don't understand what he's going on about. I'm lost because there's no windows at the back. That's going to be a back wall. And then you got the two square bits at the front. I am lost. I am lost beyond lost. You can try and let me know what you mean, Jay, because I don't know. Well, yeah, I thought the whole T was an alleyway. Because the back wall was part of an office to block it off, and then there's a bit going across the front and a bit coming out the back. What, in the actual has the shaft of the T? Is that what we mean? Do you want no windows in the shaft? So do you want windows there or there? So this is it's turned. We said this has turned into Sesame Street, Killian, Ginty, and Colin, because this scenario started 59 minutes ago. That we're going to make an alleyway with a big display, so you could see the Punisher shooting up and doing all that sort of stuff. I guess not. I can easily make the Z because I can just carry it on. But I thought everybody voted for a T. So if that bit is the shaft and that bit is your T, in the shaft you want no windows, yeah? I bet he's not even watching. He's too busy in the kitchen. He'd be there swearing at the telly. He'd be like, shut up. Very educational. Anybody watching this back, we are learning shapes. Well, I thought... Yeah, but I don't know what T bit J is. I don't know if J means the top or the middle bit. Because if he doesn't want any windows at the top, then there's absolutely no point doing it, is there? Because we won't be able to see the minifigures behind it. The back wall, I get. The whole thing's going to be a back wall. But then I don't understand what you mean, Jay. I don't understand where you don't want the windows. Do you not want the windows here? I don't understand. You know what? Hang on. I'm on it. I'm ringing him. You better pick up. What are you going on about? Yeah, very, very back wall.
Very, very back wall. You make that look like an office. You go like 4 high-end bricks, then a window and some bricks on top, and make that however tall you like.
Yeah.
The alleyway in front in the shape of the T, but you've made the alley walls so high that you wouldn't see in them. So I'd have no windows at all in the alley. I'd build like maybe 4 high, and then maybe 3 high with 1 out turn the other way, like mid shot. You have a much shorter alley that you could physically see over. And then sort of break it up, these bricks out, or turn some one way, turn some the other, and then put some on the floor scattered. So he's walking in the alley, shooting up the walls of the alley. So the windows are in the back, so it looks like a building, and the alley is just a brick alleyway, which you can do whatever you like with. But because it's so high, the way you've done it, yeah, you'd like to see where you put the windows in. But that wasn't what I was thinking, but you could do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm still lost because I don't know how we're doing it. It's all right. I'll figure something out because I don't know how this has turned into a T shape. Otherwise, we should have just done a back wall and then just done an alleyway separately. He's letting us know that he doesn't want any windows at all. He wants it all bullet holes. That's what he's trying to get at. But the back bit isn't even part of the alleyway, and I'm guessing the front bit's not the alleyway either. It should have been a separate thing. Right, okay.
Like you have a door, for instance, in that building, it would open up into the alleyway. The alley is just a walkway, not really high walls in it, just so when you could do those are different shapes, like a little maze almost of alleyway and you're walking in.
I will see what I can do, sir. I will get back to it. Okay, buddy, I'll speak to you in a bit. I don't know. Apparently none of the T shape is an alleyway, and he put no windows in at all. And it should just be bullet holes. And apparently the back wall should have had windows for a building. I'm lost. I'm lost. So, I don't know. I will do what I can do and figure it out as we go. We shall see. But is anybody else having anything exciting for food? I don't know how. If I don't put a window in, I physically can't take a photo. But the bullet holes is a good idea. No, Jay doesn't want any windows in it. So apparently, it's been discussed that the back wall has a window in and it goes up. So it's supposed to be a back of a building. Ah, Killian, what flavour? That sounds amazing. That's my sort of dinner, that is. I'd have that. Yeah, first phone a friend, and it's made it even more confusing because I don't know how we've got a building and an alleyway. The bullet holes I can do. That I understand, I think. Can't do many of them, but I can do some. So did you guys then, because I'm guessing this is what you've been talking about between food, holes like that, yeah? The bullet holes. Killian's got me thinking about a cheese sandwich. I want to know what flavour he's going to have it. I'm more concerned. Oh, cheese and onion. Oh, legendary that is. Absolutely legendary. Mandy's got me thinking about donuts. The holes I can do, I get that. That's not a problem. I can alternate the holes, but I don't know how I can do. The building in the alleyway is just going to be the same colour, so that's just not going to work. So I'm just going to have to do a T-shape alleyway, which I thought was what we were going to do. Unless Mandy would like a Z. Colin's probably there smashing his head against his table, chundering over his Nando's, going... Well, yeah, that's what I assumed it was supposed to be. And then this alleyway was going to be in front of it because the back wall is just going to be a wall with no windows, because I thought you guys wanted that bit covered over. But it's definitely do a tunnel and a train wreck. That could be easier, Ginty, to be honest. I don't even know what's going on, Colin. Oh, you just do it like that, yeah. So hang on, Mandy, doing a Z for you now. Like that. Yeah, that's a Z. Well, that's a Z. What shape's that? That's Z enough, isn't it? It's like a capital Z. Spit the ideas out. Spit those ideas out. That's as Z-like as you're going to get. Yeah, going by Jay's idea, though, he doesn't want any windows at the front, which isn't going to work for any photos whatsoever, because I thought we said last week you want blood everywhere, you want blood dangling off the ceiling, you want to be able to see it all and only take pictures, and it's just not going to. That's not just going to work. The back wall was always going to be a back wall. I think I'm just going to do the back wall as a back wall with the bits in, and then I'll put the windows at the front, and then we'll go from there. Otherwise, we're just not going to get anywhere whatsoever, because I'm only using these bricks and not getting any of the. I haven't got any of the bricks to use. So Hulk smash. How can I do that? I could do that on the one side. Make a square and Hulk coming through. You can pick. Yeah, I think so. I think I can do it. All right, entertain yourselves for a minute or two as I'm just gonna. Add these in. Well, that's generally what I thought the plan was, but going by the sounds of that 50-50 phone call conversation, the back wall had nothing to do with the front. But I think we'll mash the ideas out. We'll do a back wall with bullet holes, and then we'll bring the windows in at the front, and then we'll try and add some effects and shapes in. But you couldn't be any more confusing. Bearing in mind, an hour ago, this started as a straight line. Just let that think in, Colin. Cheers, Jake. Shocking behaviour. He's going to have to stuff his face. Shocking. Big, yeah. I'll put the solid back wall in. We'll put the front in, and we'll see. Because if it doesn't work, then I'll rip it out and we can do something. The bullet holes work. I can do the bullet holes. That's not a problem. But bearing in mind, I only got these bricks and these windows to do what we were doing. So yeah, pretty much. Exactly that, Mandy. Yeah, I had it all ready, and you've ripped everything up. And I like it that we've ripped everything up, and then everybody went a little bit quiet. So we will see how this turns out. But I'm glad you spotted that, Mandy. Indeed, you do that. It could be worse though. We could have just started it, so it's all right. It's okay. Jay's done a runner. On the bright side, though, it will look very smart with the blade stuff on the roof, hopefully. I think that looks smart. But anybody else having anything decent for food? As you guys have been teasing me. Colin's got a food baby with his Nando's. Yeah, that's it. Well, we're going to have loads of stuff coming from the ceiling. It's just that I got so confused with how you wouldn't have a window in it anyway. I had to ring him. I know he wanted tiny little peepholes, which goes against absolutely everything that we said last week. So we will mix both those ideas up. Your Hulk smash hole Saturday Ave, I think could work on the bottom shaft of the T if we don't have that as a walkway out. What does everybody think of that? So the bottom bit of the T, instead of making like a path, so like the alleyway is still going across, and then that bit's just sort of like a loop bit in. We could have Anthony's effect in there. Basically, yeah, like a big glory hole. Well, he wanted lots of little glory holes, but I think he forgot that I can't take any pictures with it, and you're not going to see. Don't forget, he works at 6-inch scales, doesn't he? So all of his stuff, if he has a hole, it will be like the size of this, not the size of a stud. So, you sent me a DM. Yeah, for the back wall. But then it would have to be. I know what you mean, but that would have to be a completely separate. But the broken and even alleyway we can do. I haven't got any slopes, but yeah, okay. What he wanted was this, which is basically that. But I think that was the back wall, and then he wanted a wall in front of it with an alleyway. So it was just going to be. We'll see. We'll carry on doing what we're doing. I'll put some bullet holes in the front and the back. So there's some little glory holes and stuff going in there. but that's a full-blown building. That would be so many bricks. There's no way I've got enough bricks for that. That's 6-inch scale. We love a bit of 6-inch scale. Right. So going back to the big glory hole that Colin and everybody was saying. Yeah, well, yeah, I think I get. The only issue with that is that I'd never be able to put a roof on it, I think. But if we did this and we built the wall up, because originally the roof was going like this, and that's where the roof's going to go. The blade stuff's going to go on top of the roof, so it'd look like that. And then obviously you got the bits, you got the stuff at the back with the bullet holes. This bit here now, we can either make that as like a Hulk smash bit, or we put a window there, or we do this as a exit. But yeah, that would have been like absolutely massive, I think, to build. I would never have had enough pieces. No, I think I think it was a building and then the alleyway. I'm not. I think it was. Yeah, whatever. I'm not too sure. Because we all said we wanted to go left to right, and then we changed it to a T shape, and then the back wall. It's going to look good. It'll be fine. We'll be fine with it. I've got the pieces because I've only got one couplet. So if you think it's going to be with the bricks on top and bottom, it's seven bricks a thing. So yeah, just put it like in a big A3, Mandy. Yeah, stick it up in A3. But like I said, on a positive, we are gonna put the blade thing on top. So that bit, are we having that as an actual walkthrough? It'd be all right now. Now I'm doing the back wall. It'd be fine. This back bit would take about 5 minutes. All I need to know is the big glory hole / Hulk smash / thing. Is that going to be a bit that we can just see in, or do you want that as a walkway? Because obviously if it's a T shape, we've got a walkway going left to right. Do we need a walkway going in from the front, or is that just like blocked off, but you can still see in it? How are we thinking? But yeah, I think I should just have enough bricks to do this. So but the bullet holes look nice, and the blade will fit on top. Now we're going somewhere. It's fine. I can just re-add in all the water. So if anybody's watching this back, I do apologise. The first 2 hours and 19 minutes have been umming and ahhing, and now we can just hopefully annihilate it. So we now don't want it as a T. Okay. Okay. I will eyeball it and see how many studs. 6 studs. The windows are 5. Right. So do you want that bit left in as a Hulk smash, or is that bit going completely? Unleash the show. At least I put a disclaimer out about an hour and a half ago saying this is completely up to you to decide. So I can't be blamed for taking this apart and putting it back together. But we definitely wouldn't win any sort of Squid Game or anything like that at all. Like a Hulk hole. So keep the shaft, but put a Hulk hole in there, yeah? Like a big staggy brick hole. So it's not or do we lose the shaft and have that bit as a Hulk hole? So in the comments, and anybody that's watching this back, do we want a Hulk hole in the shaft or a Hulk hole without? That's quite funny. Colin, Killian, I apologise. I know you've got much greater skills than I do. So I can only apologise. Ginty's probably gone to get some food, or I don't know. Can you blame people? We've been umming and ahhing about how to make a shaft and a hole for ages. But I tell you what, these last 5 minutes, we've been absolute fire. We're all over it. Oh, Ginty is here. There we go, Ginty. Ginty's just quiet. Crying away. Wondering what she's doing with her Monday evening. Right, before I put the roof on, that is the back wall. It's got a couple of bullet holes in. There we go, okay? So, am I keeping or losing this bit? Because that's the bit I'm a bit confuzzled with. Am I keeping the T or am I losing the T? We are making progress though, so it's okay. We've achieved something. We've done more damage than good, but we have achieved something. Do you want the Hulk hole where it is though? Because did you want to lose this? Did you want to? In the comments, guys, just let me know if you want me to keep or lose the shaft. Hulk hole evidence in that T, yeah. In the shaft. Okay. Are we doing that? Do I put a window in or not? Maybe not. Okay. Let's have a go. Let's have a go. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do Saturday, I think. But I am keeping the shaft of the T, yeah? Something like like the remains of the shaft, like that. Or do you want it slightly bigger? I bet, Colin, you started that shape in a bottle before I started making a shaft. And now look at you. I thought you said Peter Pan. Do you want a bigger hole? Colin, you take it. Killian, you take it easy, buddy. Let me know when you get back. Are you going to be there a while? Oh God, that's embarrassing. Lizzie, how are we? You're missing all sorts of weird and wonderful. Oh God, I can't keep that balance. All sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. Am I keeping that hole as the hole? You want it side of the shaft? Well, but you want that bit blocked off, yeah? So what? You want solid brick and then side? How was your thing yesterday, Lizzie? Did you enjoy your thing? I can't get this to stand up now. I've taken it out so many times, it's now stuck. Hang on. There we go. There we go. We're in. We're away. Happy days. How long did it take to do? Yeah, you've done more building, Colin, than this. It's scary. Killian, you take it easy. I'll catch you soon. So Colin started his bottle, and I still. That is so embarrassing. Was it a bit screamy? I can imagine it was a bit emotional. So I'm guessing you wouldn't recommend it again, Lizzie? Would you not recommend it to a friend? So what have they got? Have they just got different rooms there or something? Have they? Do they just do it slightly? They just do it slightly differently. I've never really seen the inside of an escape room before. But you've not missed much tonight, Lizzie. You've just missed me rip an alleyway apart and try and put another one in. We spent a good 90 minutes deciding on a shape. And then Ginty's on the fence of what team she's on. She doesn't know if she's Team Windsor or Team Billund. I know exactly what team I'm on. Anthony would rather play the Squid Game than carry on playing this game because it's less stressful. Yeah. To be fair, you're probably right. But I'm just looking forward to getting the roof on. So with the, I'm guessing because it was a scary one, do they try and put you off? Or do you have like a set time to get out, or is it just very much a case of you've got your time slot booked and it is what it is? Oh, lovely. I bet the actor was like, oh, God, no, we've got another screamer. We've got a screamer. I bet they get hazard pay as well. I'm lost with this. What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Splendid. Talk amongst yourselves. I am here. I agree with that. I agree with that. Ginty that's a winner for me. Definitely. Oh, that didn't sound good. Can't push the roof down properly because of the bullet holes. I have to look into the escape room stuff, Lizzie, because like I said, I've never done it, so I don't really know. But yeah, they send a live actor in. I can imagine people losing it badly. Badly. All right, this is, I'm not really too sure, to be fair. Is that really how you want the front? That's the side. What mask are you thinking of getting, Anthony? Oh, the tree at the Lego house is stunning. That really is stunning. It's very, very, very pretty. Is that really how you want it? Right. Just stay in there, would you? Get in. Have fun, Ginty. Take it easy. You lost your farming game all weekend? What are you on about? Yeah, you should have a dip in the ocean. I think she means a bath or a shower. Not too sure. I don't know which one that would be. Oh, the jigsaw mask. Tidy. That'll scare a few people, sir. What game? What game is that? The farming game, is it? Not gonna lie, I really don't think this T-bit's working, to be honest. I'm not sold, if I'm being truthful. All right, what do you think? Because I don't know. I think it doesn't need to be there. I think that bit doesn't need to be there at all. I think it should have just been the windows in a straight alleyway, like we said it a good hour ago. Because you're not going to be able to see anything there. I don't think that Hulk smasher is going to work. I might have to put that somewhere else. You've missed a good food chat tonight, though, Lizzie. Everybody was talking about what they're having for dinner. Take it easy, Lizzie. Thanks for coming in. If you haven't had food yet, enjoy yourself. These guys came up with some corking ideas. All sorts of fancy stuff being made. I'll catch up with you soon. Oh, plain double cheeseburger. Have you seen they've got a new quad burger? Oh, that would be amazing. I would absolutely annihilate that. See you later, Lizzie. Bye, bye. This has just been an absolute disaster. Yeah, like four. So you got 2 a bit in the middle and 2. Yeah, it's it looks fruity, to be honest. It does look good. All right, I'm going to put the window in the middle, and then it can be a Hulk smash if need be, but I just need it there for reference. That T-bit doesn't work, so it's coming out. It's not going to work at all. Should have just done a left to right. A couple of bullet holes in there. It's like a massive biteful. Thing is, their quad's probably only the same size as a double one from Burger King, I would imagine. I would think. Then Saturday F comes back in and goes, "What's happened?" nothing. If you're rewatching this back here Saturday, nothing much is happening currently. However, this is just much easier to do. Colin, why didn't you come up with this idea? You should have just said, do it this way. Everybody would listen to you, Colin. It is a big... I don't know what it's called, though. It's for a limited time only as well. I'm not too sure what it's called. Yeah, he absolutely smashed it. We can blame Jay for this. It's but it'll be good. It'll be all right. Right, I've just gone straight across as an alleyway, which I thought we should have done, to be fair, straight away. And there's just stuff can happen in there. I put the roof on, can put a load of splatter. So that's the alley, minus the roof. Happy with that, which you should have done at the start. How does that look, everybody? What do we think? So you've got the bullet holes. Obviously the roof's going to go on top. You've got the holes at the back. The Punisher can go in. I need to tile it before I put the roof on. Put a load of splatter on. That work? We happy? All right. Okay. So I'm calling it now. I said this about 2 hours ago. Should we go left to right? So anybody that is watching this back that is new to the channel and you put yourself through all that torture, in the description below, I will add in the accounts to hunt down and harass. I think, yeah, Daniel got a bit stressed out, I think. So he'll come back and see that we've done something. But it does now mean we've got a flat roof to put the blade thing on, so that's really, really good. And I can just easily tile the base and put that on. So that'll be all right. We'll be good with that. So if we're happy, then that is good. But it does mean if you're happy with it, I've got to take the whole front wall off to tile it. That's the only thing. Because it's not the easiest thing to do. All right, I'm going to tile this really quickly, put the front of that wall back on, and then leave it because we run out of time. And then next week we can start putting the figures and stuff in. I can't believe we spent 3 hours making a straight line and some tiles. I've taken up more than I've put down. The pain of it all. But we can redo the blade bit up top. colours work well together as well. The grey is actually quite a nice thing against that tan. What, the shop brick where? What, in the actual walkway, you mean? Whereabouts do you want it, dude? Do you want it, what, inside the alleyway? Or do you mean more shop bricks on the outside? So that's the colour of that. So that goes well with that. So that's now just that bit goes across, and then I can put the wall back up, and then I've got to put the figures in. I just won't put the middle window in. That would do. If I don't put the middle window in, it means I can get to the bricks and things. Oh, Saturday Ave. How are we, dudes? It's been painful. That's to be an understatement, but we've done something. So bear with me, dudes. I just need to rework out the gaps. So I've just gone across. The T-shape was awful. It looked dreadful. So I put some bullet holes in at the back. I put the path in on there. I'm going to do the front of it real quick, and then that's that, because we're going to be absolutely nowhere near. We're not going to get anywhere close to where we were when we started, which is a real shame. But there was no way anything else was going to work. I've taken this out that many times that the Technic pieces are actually coming loose as well. So you're getting lower and lower and lower and lower down. You're not straight. Oh, come on. I can't even get you in there. That's how many times I've moved this tripod this evening. But yeah, that's what we've done. So I had it looks fine, but it should have been done hours ago. That's what we should have done hours and hours ago. There we go, got you back up. I have it before. So I'll do one either side. Thought I had it equal, but maybe I didn't. I have a blown out wall on that bit, so it won't be as noticeable. The wall effects look good. I said it needs to go left to right ages ago. ages and ages and ages ago. With that, we're getting there. It's all good. I think what I do is I do the outer skin and put the roof on to make sure it all lines up. I'm gonna have to take it off anyway to put the stuff in. To put the stuff in the front. I do. That. If I do the first two, so you get an idea of what it looks like, are we in agreement that this actually is all right? Might put some more bullet holes either end. Right, perfect. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it there, and we can attack it with a fresh set of eyes next time, I think. So I've got to take all the front back off to put the hopper tiles in to stand all the figures and things, and I've got to put all the effects on the roof, haven't I? So that's going to be the thing that's going to take some time, is how we do the bits. Have you got any ideas? Because I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how I can get the blood spatter on the bottom. I don't know. The splatter on the floor will be fine. The Punisher can stand that end. People can be running down the alley, that's not a problem, but I don't know how to get the effect, because I didn't. Wow, I lost an eye. I didn't think that bit through. Because that won't attach. That won't attach to it. Yeah, the thing is, I think there's got to be a way of doing it. There's got to be. Jay, you've got loads of ideas. You've caused a headache this evening, sir. This is what it looks like now. It's completely changed. We took the PC, that bit off, and it's just that. The brick holes were good. We cut the brick holes in. But that's how it's going to stay. Because I've used nearly all those pieces from Bristol just on that. By the time it's finished, it will. But how can I? The only thing I do is I put the roof down upside down, and I double tile it. So I could do that. That would need to have gone in like a slide groove, wouldn't it? Because you guys want all sorts of effects and things, don't you? bit of snot. Probably. No, that's staying. That alleyway's staying. I've got to put all the I've got to put everything back together. That was an absolute nightmare. Brick holes worked, but there was no way a building was going to go there than an alleyway. That was never going to happen. Snot. So you're gonna have to send us a picture of what you mean. My head's too tired to think what the snot is. Sadly, I've Oh yeah. You would need a double bit either end, wouldn't you? That's what we're going to do the signpost for. So you're going to need to put a brick in the hole, and then the other hole it dangles down. Yeah. That's really annoying because they had some of them in Bristol, and I'm not going to. And I bet you, because we've put the brickwork all the way around the window, I bet this doesn't dangle down enough. So we're going to have to, which is fine, use a load of these to pack them out, so we get longer drips and we can get like different staggered drips. I think that would work. I think that would do the trick. All right, we will leave it there because I can't do anymore. But this is the bomb site that is being left. So fingers crossed we can get a load more done. Fingers crossed. But yeah, we'll get a load of that in. I've got to put the hoppers in. I need to add those back in so they can stand up. We've got to figure out which side the Punisher stands on. And yeah, I'll tidy up all the mess, and then we can crack on. Any ideas you've got over the next 7 days, let me know. We know the blade's going to go on top, which is fine, and then we'll go from there. But all right, guys, I'm going to leave you to it because I am absolutely starving because you lot have all stuffed your face. We've gone for the normal 3 hours, so which is okay. But I think if I'm going on about the same stuff that you guys mean, I think we're on the same page. All right, some good ideas, really confusing ideas. But we'll get there next week, I think. We'll see. Right, guys, I'll let you say goodbye to each other, and then I will skedaddle. And at least next week we've got all the flowers and stuff that we can put on the roof and put in the walkway there, all up there. We've got the circular tiles that we can add like footpaths and stuff through. So, yeah, all good emotional fun. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.